And we are live. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Players of the Realms. We are launching into our 6th episode here. We are going to be starting off with a quick question of the day. For this week, our question is, what is the story behind your character's lowest stat? Now, of course, the obvious answer is, it doesn't benefit my class, but we want to know what the in-character response is. So, I'm going to go based off of the order I see on Foundry Virtual Tabletop, one of the best tabletops around, at least virtual. So, Fennec, you are at the top of our order.
All right. So I am the other Matt, or Boston. I play Fennec, the Goblin Shadow Sorcerer. So Fennec's affinity for shadowy arts really has drawn him towards more subtle and cunning methods of dealing with challenges, more relying on his magical prowess and intellect to overcome obstacles rather than his brute strength. So he has learned to rely on his spells and manipulated shadows to his advantage, really avoiding just direct confrontation whenever possible. So as a result of that, Fennec has not prioritized at all building his physical strength and has remained relatively underdeveloped compared to his other attributes. So that would be why his strength is his lowest stat.
Makes sense. Alrighty. Moving forward. Levin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Aaron. I'll be playing the male elf ranger, Levin. And my question is a bit of a two-parter because they're so close. Strength is low primarily because with a lot of time spent traveling, carrying items on your person is usually geared towards moving as much as possible rather than moving as much as possible, basically. So long distances, you don't typically pack a lot of things with you. That's best left to pack animals and wagons and the like. Charisma is just about as low, and this is more of because of Levin's more direct attitude towards his work. He tends to come off as blunt and a bit standoffish when he's interrogating people.
Alrighty. Interesting reasons. I assume that those two stats would be about the same.
An 8 and a 9.
So pretty damn close then. Alrighty, moving forward. Mech, it is your turn.
Hey, how you doing? I'm the Matt. I've been playing Mech, the Warforged Paladin. So his lowest stat is Dex, and it's pretty simple. I mean, he wears heavy armor, he carries heavy equipment. Him himself is just heavy, and everything he has is, even though it's integrated and he can move fluently with it, it's still a lot, and just doesn't really feel he needs to dodge. His role is to take the blunt of it and try to be the front end of what's going on and just take it on the chin pretty much. So no reason to dodge when you could just take it head on.
Gotcha. So basically you're the meatless meat shield.
I'm a very good meat shield, which is why I don't dodge.
Okay. Well, that's why I said meatless. I don't know, Mech's internal
A shield that gets out of the way is kind of useless.
There could be some meat in
Wait. This coming from the guy who has taken the dodge action the most in this campaign.
That's for other reasons.
I mean,
Well, it sounds like a busted to me.
No judgment.
But, moving forward, Saris, your turn. You're in the hot seat.
okay. Hi, My name's Joan. I play Ceres, the Mark of Shadow Elf Trickery Cleric, and Ceres is rather physically weak, mostly because she grew up on the street and she's spent a lot of nights being hungry, so she's to a small degree malnourished. And she's sort of kind of scrappy and literally always hungry.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, just missing meals is not conducive to building muscle, so.
No, not at all. Though it does add to the penchant for theft.
Yes, yes. Desperation is the most delicious spice to any food.
100% agree. Unfortunately, though, we are going to be out of a player tonight. Yami had some other engagements that he had to do tonight, so we're going to try and get by. I think we can do it.
Poor prioritization.
Yeah, right? If he ever watches this, I hope he hears these comments.
Oh, we'll let him know.
Yeah, we'll tell him. As a matter of fact, here's my phone. I'll tell him right now. We'll do it live.
There we go. So, with that, we are going to launch into a quick recap. So, we are going to continue on what was done last time with popcorning off major events from the last session. So, anything that you all feel that was important enough to really keep into your notes and into your mind, just let them pop from the last session. And we'll start from there. So either just call right out. If not, if there's some sort of stage fright here, it's okay. I'll start in the order that I called. So Fennec, Levin, Mech, and Ceres. Otherwise, just popcorn off.
I do think we were feeling pretty, fancy about everything. That kind of worked out, and then we met, quote, Vilroy, and happened to not be Vilroy, and she needed off the ship. We had to fight gnolls.
Flying gnolls.
Rash. Flying gnolls, that's right.
Well, they weren't flying. They were on green discs of energy that were flying. So, questions for later, because somebody had to cast that.
Excellent point.
We didn't crash much.
I do believe that Ceres in this event ended up gaining a certain title because she was manning the steering of this vessel.
Oh, yeah.
Fairly aptly.
How's your parallel parking?
Captain Ceres, was it?
Yeah. But I remember we were all talking to Sergeant Vilroy as they were steering our ship, and some of us noticed the flying gnolls and called Sergeant Vilroy out on the fact that they weren't who they were, and when they tried to leave, Ceres, decided to quickly relieve them of any feather tokens they might have had on their person.
Yeah, on top of the gold and 10 silver pieces, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy.
I mean, we're not going to have to worry about catching up to her. Physics will.
There was also a burnt note on one of the gnolls that Fennec found that read that the boat was heading off now. And he handed it to Ceres, and then that is when Fennec or Matt realized Ceres was not a rogue.
What do you mean?
Was it Fennec or Matt?
No, Matt realized.
Okay.
Because
Gotcha.
Fennec couldn't read it, and it was more like a thieves, Thieves' Canteen. Yeah,
Thieves'
Thieves' Canteen. Roguey language, and he assumed with the sneaky sneak that Saris could read it, and I learned otherwise.
Darn coded languages.
So,
But
you've
Fennec
learned what
did
happens when
find-
we assume.
Fennec did find a note that eluded that they had been sold out. He just can't read it.
And
We have a note.
yeah, you have a note,
You have a note?
and it's burnt.
It is
And
burnt.
partially undecoded. But let's cross that bridge when you need to.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that, your ship approaches, and you do manage to successfully dock this stagecoach. What is the condition that you left this stagecoach in? I believe it was well worn and possibly on fire. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
I don't
Goes on
remember
like
the
this
on fire
embellishment.
bit. I do remember dinged up.
Well,
I
I know
may-
that.
Yeah.
Yep. I believe that Sarish drove it into a couple of walls, causing some sort of public destruction and some sort of public menacing.
I mean, it wasn't
to
really
people around it.
public menacing. I was menacing the gnolls with the building.
He hit the
So-
knoll.
so-
the knoll
so-
hit the building, so technically it's the knoll's fault.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is we might need a buff and a paint job on this.
Rationalizations for actions aside, you did come in with lots of attention on you.
Oh yeah, we came in rather hot.
You had these gnolls who were flying on magically charged and crackling discs that followed the ship. You crashed into or skidded along with the gnoll, quote unquote, hitting the building. And you did manage to successfully dock in. But if subtlety was your aim, you did fail spectacularly. If you wanted to showboat it, 2 thumbs up, my friends.
I see what you did there.
We all have
So-
to walk away and not look back. Like, we gotta be really cool, like we own the joint.
Like the day team?
Like, don't even wait for it to dock. Just get off of it while it's still moving.
Just letting one
It-
drift away.
Hold on. Is that what you're doing?
Saris does not have enough confidence to attempt that.
Beck's gonna do it because they didn't do nothing wrong. The pilot jumped off. It's not their ship.
Well,
Yeah.
as a
Another
reminder, this stagecoach would be under the House Orion, and considering nobody is a member of the House Orion here, it's going to be quite an interesting explanation if you get caught with that vehicle there.
Yeah, that's why we're walking away.
It's not much of an explanation. We aren't the pilots. This is a registered ship, most likely. I don't exactly see the serial numbers filed off. And the pilot jumped off as we were being attacked. Not much of an explanation, although it would delay us to explain that.
So with that, are you waiting until the vehicle comes to a complete stop, or are you getting off mid-cruise?
I mean, Saris is gonna try to park it because she doesn't know what else to do. Feels like letting it roll by is an act of finesse that she's not necessarily equipped to pull off.
Oh no, go right ahead. Let's ghost ride the whip.
Just don't hit the brake. Just ease in slow. We get off and let it keep going. Not our problem.
Do you really want me to attempt that?
No, do try to stop it. If it's really that bad, we can use rope to get off.
Fair enough. And she is going to try and park it.
Alright. Give me a vehicle check.
Don't
I
have
believe
that
if you
proficiency.
So I believe it would be just a straight dex roll. No modifiers, unfortunately, besides your dex.
Levin's gonna start looking over in the area where the controls are to see if there's a flag box.
Can I pray for a little bit of guidance to aid me in this?
I will allow it. And for Levin, give me an investigation check.
Alrighty.
It's not a large area to really look. It's just more on the lines of, how long it's going to take you to find it.
That's fine. 12.
Also 12.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, with that, Levin, you are able to eventually find what you are looking for. But it is shortly after you hear the sound of scraping of the ship against the main, for lack of a better term, hangar area, where the hover ships or the flying ships do dock at. Saris, you're doing a wonderful job, but you come in a little bit too much at an angle, and by the time you realize it, to straighten out and to kind of start moving away from the wall, you do come in contact with it. You do notice that at least 6 people kind of dive exaggeratedly out of the way to be sure that they're not going to be hitting. You have caused small holes where the docks protrude out in the ship.
Did you see that? The dog, it jumped out at me. I didn't do that.
We're still alive. Good job, Captain.
Right. Maybe don't call me that now?
Yeah, that's a good point. We should probably get off this.
Yep, she's already leaving.
Alright. For my part, if I find the flag box, I'm going to be putting up 3 flags. One is going to be a white flag with a red diamond for disabled. A second flag is going to be a yellow and red flag split diagonally to signify man overboard. And the last one is just cheeky. It's going to be multiple vertical stripes of yellow and blue, and that's just for want of pilot.
Gotcha. So, with that, you would be able to be regrouped with the party. You'd be able to see the damage that was done. After coming in contact with this pier, the ship does eventually come to a halt. It would basically be the equivalent of you being almost right on top of the dock, so you can easily hop off. It's just now, unless you tie it off, it is going to continue to move forward.
I mean, I've killed all the forward engine stuff.
No, you have to. These are using Dragon Shard crystals. So you may have killed most of the momentum, but because it's not rammed into it, you're not anchored. So it is going to continue floating unless it's stopped.
Does it have an anchor rope on the front, that
you can moor it off. There would be ropes on the side that you'd be able to kind of tie off.
Gotcha. That's okay, Captain. I got this. And I'll just go grab the rope and just jump off and land on the dock. It should be heavy enough.
I really feel like that deserves a performance check.
That would be the
How spectacularly are you doing it?
Performance check? As gracefully as this roll will let me. Let's see. 7.
Because you've got that shiny armor. All right.
Well,
from your back.
I've been getting messed up. I've been getting dinged. It ain't so shiny.
I was gonna say, from that 7, your armor is a bit scuffed up. Saris would be slightly proud that you're not gleaming so much as you normally do.
She is quite comfortable with his presence at the moment.
Yes, I go grab the rope and just try to land and just eat it. Just do a barrel roll and try to grab something and race for the boat ship thing that's flying.
Give me a acrobatics check. This is really just to see how gracefully you land. I'm liking these rolls. Can we keep them up? How come I'm not seeing them? Alright, anyway. So, with that, you do tumble a little bit more than expected. You were really only stopped by the rope that that pulled you, and you are able to get under control and tie off the boat.
First try.
Terrace was already walking away.
All right. Are you just walking, or are you attempting to be stealthy about it?
Trying to blend in, because the first thing you learn about shoplifting is if you start running, you stand out.
Gotcha. Are you all going at once? And in the same direction?
Levin's going to be, he doesn't exactly have terribly inconspicuous clothing, so he's gonna branch off and try to keep sightlines on at least 2 other members.
Okay. So anybody who is attempting to be stealth... Sorry, go ahead, Mech.
I was just gonna be like, I'm blissfully ignorant, so I'm just gonna scream for the child and let them do what they're doing. Like, I already know Sarah has to go off and do her own thing, so I'm just gonna let her.
Fair enough. Alrighty, so anybody who is attempting to be stealthy, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Or blend in, however way you want to approach it. As you're doing that, let me give the quick description. As you step off, you notice that there is a large platform at the top of the tower that's crowded with a diverse crew of humanoids. A prominent dock juts out from the tower, overlooking the crowded bridges and streets below. An unoccupied sky coach with a dragon-shaped prow is chained to the south platform. As you look around, you would see that there's about 10 to 15 commoners who are migrating around, and about 6 nobles who are eyeing the damaged ship suspiciously. You have successfully drawn in a crowd. Let me refresh my page real quick. A little bit of a technical difficulty. So, with that, just tell me what your rolls are while my page is refreshing.
24 for Levin.
27 for Saris.
Okay.
My stealth was 16.
Okay. And Mech, you weren't being stealthy, correct?
I'm not even trying, no.
Alright. So, Fennec, are you avoiding going with Mech, or are you going with Mech?
I will be going with Mac. Just a little bit off to the side, but still kind of with him.
Okay, so you are still trying to be... You're walking at a safe distance away, but you are trying to blend in.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, Fennec, you are the only one who is really eyeballed, particularly because as a goblin, you do stand out in this particular area. Despite the fact that it's a diverse crew, you notice that most are not as noticeable as you are. Levin and Saris, you are able to blend in with the crowd very easily. Saris, are you recasting, or because you would not have maintained disguise self during that battle, correct?
It doesn't have a concentration. It just lasts an hour.
Okay.
But I'm not recasting it.
Gotcha. So by this point, over the entire duration of the travel since you had cast it, I believe an hour would have passed, so you would have to choose to recast it if you wanted to.
No, for now, I'm just going to throw up my hood.
Gotcha. The one that's covered in dirt, right?
Yeah.
Does it smell like pee?
No.
Okay, good.
Stealth 101.
Yep, that's how you stealth. So with that, Saris and Levin, you are able to sufficiently vanish among the crowd. What are each of you doing in turn, and how are you going to meet up?
Fennec will, and you had said, like, does he notice the people kind of staring at him?
Let's see, what's your passive perception? Give me a second. 10?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
17.
Yes, you would notice that there are eyes on you.
So, Fennec would currently be like, as he's walking and he notices this, he's going to, like, inevitably still try to, like, cover his face, like more out of frustration of, like, everybody looking at him. Not that he's ashamed, but just kind of like the, you ever seen a goblin before? Like, he's more irritated that people are looking at him.
Gotcha. You said it out loud?
You never seen a goblin before?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're saying that out loud, right?
Yes.
Okay. You don't get a response, but you do see several people glowering in your direction after that comment.
You have seen goblins before. Well, cast an illusion. It lasts longer.
What a rude little thing he is. You notice one noble say to another.
What did they say? I'm sorry?
What a rude little thing he is.
Why, thank you. My dad's raised me right.
I like it.
Can I...
You do...
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, if I can, well, kind of like, attention sort of diverted to Fennec and Mac, if I can sort of pull attention off them by using thaumaturgy to create, like, the minor tremors and make it seem like that part of the dock is maybe unstable because of how I parked it. Apparently I can create harmless tremors for 1 minute with thaumaturgy.
Yes, but I'm also looking for, let's see. It does have a verbal component, so there would be people around that would hear you casting. That would bring attention to you.
Different tack. I will make the sound of creaking wood with minor illusion.
Is that...
It's somatic and material.
Yeah, I'm just double checking if it only does... I might be thinking silent image. You create a sound or an image of an object. Okay.
Also for 1 minute, so...
With that, you can cast it. It won't draw so much of an attention because, you know, you did just crash a boat.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm not...
the dock itself is made out of stone.
Okay, well, knowing that, I think I would have made, like, stone cracking sounds. But mostly I'm just doing it so that they're not looking at Mech and Fennec and they're looking back at the boat in that area. Because I figure, like, hopefully the goal is that they have some concern because my parking job wasn't great. And maybe they're like, oh, we should attend to that. And they'll forget about us for a little bit. That's my hope. I don't know.
Okay. You are able to create the sound, and it does draw some attention from the people who are around. they're also not paying Fennec so much attention. They're just noticing him moving and like they're just staring at him. So you would notice that it's not really because he crashed the boat, which they might actually, you might hear whispers that they hear that it was a goblin who did it. But, yep, he was the most noticeable. You guys faded away with the crowd. And, you know, so basically now the story, the talk of the town is that it's a warforged and goblin.
Yes.
But you do draw enough attention that they are able to escape a bit less noticed, but not all the attention was drawn away.
Get back.
Levin's gonna take a quick eye to see if any of the watch are approaching. And if he doesn't immediately notice them, he's gonna just see if there's like a merchant anywhere. Just, you know, a quick stall where he could pick up some crossbow bolts to replenish what he used in the fight.
You do not notice the guard immediately there. You do see that there are people who are running towards where guards would be stationed, so you know that guards may be arriving soon. As for picking up crossbow bolts, you would be able to find, but you wouldn't be able to find a merchant where you currently are. That would be more into like the actual Terminus Tower. Oddly enough, you'd be able to buy those in the bodega.
Alright then. I mean, if the opportunity is something that I can take advantage of, then I'll just re-up. But other than that, I'd be just maintaining watch and making sure that no one's accosting Mech and Fennec.
Nope, just snide comments and conjecture. If you are listening around, you would, as I said, hear rumors that it was apparently caused by a warforged and a goblin.
As to be expected. They're the most prominent things exiting the vehicle.
Yep.
I will make my position known to them by passing in front of wherever their sightlines are.
Okay.
But I'm not going to call out to them. More of just like letting them know that I am physically present and able to assist.
Alright. So, Fennec and Mech, you would be able to see Levin, who is purposely making himself visible to you. Ceres, you would also notice that the direction that Levin is walking.
All of the group. And I am looking, not necessarily for like crowd, like people in the crowd, you know, sort of noticing them because they're there, but anyone who's taken a direct interest in my companions. And I'm mostly just keeping an eye out for that and anyone who might start to approach Mech and Fennec.
Alrighty. As you are all walking to regroup, you notice that nobody really approaches you directly. About how long would it take you to regroup, by the way? Roughly. Are we talking more or less than 5 minutes?
It would have to be less than 5 minutes, because more than 5 minutes and the watch would be showing up en masse to address the situation. That's
exactly
Levin's
what I'm
thinking.
asking.
So still keep a sort of perimeter distance and just stay with the crowd, but follow her friends.
Yeah, if Mech and Fennec aren't trying to move away from the site, then it would be at this point that Levin would approach them and try to hustle them along.
No, Mech is. I'm giving Fennec his little space and clocking what's going on, but I'm just moving forward and seeing where everyone is, and just hopefully we will all congeal in one spot.
Yeah, if you guys are moving, Levin's not gonna
Not staying.
give himself away.
If no one's stopping us or bothering us, just clocking what's going on, and we just need to leave.
So I would say that you'd be able to kind of cross paths within about 3 minutes after separating. You would have all heard the cracking of wood and the sound that Sarah's created. Mech, do me a favor, try not to fall off the ledge here.
Sorry, I can't get back in the ledge.
Oh, okay, give me a second. Otherwise, you're testing your Featherfall token.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, I broke character there. So, you would have heard the cracking of the ship that Sarah's caused, and then you would all basically be regrouped. And let me just move you all here. Now, unfortunately, the background is very badly colored, but if you click over here, there's going to be a little button that allows you to teleport to the next staircase once you're ready to enter.
Oh,
Cool.
I don't know if you have to be close to it. You could just double check that. But yeah, it should teleport you. It's really hard to see because of the background.
Just click it.
I see it.
Wait, what am I clicking?
Little staircase thing.
Yeah, there's
Right
a
over
little.
Right over here.
Oh, hold on. I can't. It's blacked out. I have to move. Yep. Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. That's pretty cool.
Yep. Like I said, I love Foundry. It's a wonderful system.
So we are clicking. Yep, there we are. I was on top of everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, it allows you to be a bit more independent with your movements. So most of the stairways I have linked up like that. All right. So as you enter, go. That's fine. Okay. As you enter through the stairwell, you notice that it's about a 10-foot wide spiral staircase. It is outdoors that wraps around a tower that contains several taverns and shops that sell souvenirs and gifts for visitors who come into the city. The stairs lead from the Skycoach platform down to the roof of the tenement tower, for those of you who have been here before. Entering in through, so you would be able to make your way through down that corridor and continue forward.
All right, since we're going through the commerce stair, I'm going to take the opportunity to just re-up on my bolts.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, thank you.
I'll get some javelins too. Then I lost a few.
Alrighty. How many javelins are you trying to get?
I need 2.
Alright, that's going to be 10 gold pieces.
My God.
Well, they're 5 gold apiece.
That's why you try to retrieve your stuff at the end of a fight.
Yep. Okay, no problem.
For the crossbow bolts, are you just buying one quiver of 20?
No, I'll be restocking 16, which would be 80 copper.
Okay, there we go.
Quality of the people around here.
Hey, I just prefer getting prepared. couldn't exactly
pe-
pick up my ammunition from an aerial battle.
Oh, I'm asking the DM what the socioeconomic status of the people here is.
It's terminus.
I figured I'd let Levin finish. You
Oh.
would notice that it's more on the lines of, think of when you go to a typical tourist trap. You're not dealing with the wealthy people, and on top of that, you are on top of a tenement housing area. So we're gonna say that it's not a slum. It's more equal to like Middle Durham than it would be the lower ring.
Slum adjacent.
Upper middle class.
Exactly.
Okay.
Lower middle.
Okay. Middle.
It's still tenement housing.
They're not living in slums, so they have money to spare.
Sure.
That is
Remember,
fair.
this is from Saris's perspective. Money to spare
I-
means not broke.
I'm just saying, sure.
Like, are their clothes clean? Do they look well fed?
Give me a perception check.
Sure.
I mean, it is a stairwell coming from a sky coach area, so obviously that's going to have a smell. Much like New York City subways.
Ooh. I could picture that smell.
You could taste that smell.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wrong.
All right, so they look like tourists.
Okay, they can afford to be tourists. Okay, yeah. These people are marked.
I love it. Go ahead.
Yeah. And she's just gonna mutter a prayer to Oladra, as she does that, and will attempt to divest a few of them of their wealth. Come on, Oladra, don't let me down. 28.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
Damn it. I'm actually better at those. 18.
All right. You were able to lift 4 gold pieces off of a couple of different marks. They didn't notice. But as you're lifting from the last person, the commerce stairs where you'd be doing it is over here. Yeah, everything's happening in that stairwell.
Got it.
Yeah, the stairs over here, and on the way down, this would be where we'd be exiting from into the new area.
You feel as if you're being watched.
I quickly look around.
You just see people.
I will remain blended with the crowd and try to look less conspicuous.
Now, how far away in this, 10-foot wide area did you stray away from the party?
Probably like 15, 20 feet behind. Just enough distance socially to say I'm not necessarily with them, but so I'm still physically close enough to join them if anything bad happens, or ditch them if anything worse happens. Pragmatist.
Okay. Anyway, so, is there anything else you guys would like to do in this bazaar?
Levin's gonna go up to Mac. Alright. What information do we have with everything that's been going on? What do you remember? We had a lead, and... well... we kinda had that business in the air just now.
We did. That was kind of distracting.
Right.
But overall, we lived.
So, we're following up.
I believe there's somebody we need to speak to about Prince giving up the mechs and other Warforged and things like that. If I remember correctly.
Right. And do we know if that's anywhere near here?
I don't remember. Where did they say it was? And, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the area.
Right.
It was a half orc. Though they did say it was in the Terminus district. I mean, the district it's kind of large, so it's somewhere here.
Well, I guess we could ask around. What was that half creature's name?
Gara, I believe.
All right. And Levin's gonna, if we're in a tenement area, he's gonna start knocking on doors just to ask around to see if anyone recognizes the name.
We could also find, I don't know, maybe a Warforged area around here. She might be close. I hate to say it, close to her product.
That doesn't match up. Why would they have hired Cole over at Cogs? I think they didn't want to be too conspicuous about it.
Maybe you're right. That makes more sense.
So if and when you're ready, move forward.
I gotta walk to the door? What nonsense is this?
Oh, how dare. I'm such a slave driver there, huh?
But Levin's gonna take a moment and just knock on any available doors to see if there's a response, and if there's not a response within like 30 seconds, he's gonna move to the next door.
Alrighty. So, knocking on that first door, you would not receive a response.
Alright. Levin's not in the mood to waste time, so without prompting any of the other characters, he's just gonna continue down the hall.
Alrighty. As you move forward, you would see that there's a staircase that descends down, and you would see one more door.
Let's stick with Levin for backup.
Alrighty, so, knocking on the door. Give me a perception check.
Passive of 17. Let's see if I roll better than that. And I do, with a natural 20 for 27. I know their passwords.
Yeah, dang. Whew. Well, clearly with that, you would hear the sound of a pot falling inside. The metal of the sound of metal hitting onto the floor.
Like, artificial leg or a cane of some sort?
No, like somebody dropped a pot.
Ah, okay.
But you do hear footsteps inside.
At the sound of movement inside, I'll wait a minute to allow whoever that happened to collect themselves, and I'll knock again.
Upon the second knock, you kind of hear a bit of shuffling and then suddenly you hear the sound of an elderly woman's voice. Who's there?
Levin's shoulders are just gonna sink. And he's gonna look at the rest of the group like, oh no, old people.
Oh!
You're
Let
going
me
to hear a
talk.
faint. You're going to hear a faint creaking sound as she opens up the door and peeks out. from what you can see at a first glance, she does look to be human.
Sheepishly, Levin waves and puts on an awkward smile. Hello.
What do you want?
I was hoping for a little bit of assistance. You see, we just flew in, and we were looking for someone.
Give me a persuasion check. Just love that you talk first.
Well, I was the one that was knocking. 9.
You notice she seems a bit cross in your direction. Yeah, well, why would I help you? I don't even know you.
That is absolutely correct. Apologies for taking up your time. And he's gonna turn to the rest of the group and kind of just back away from the door.
Good.
Well,
Fennec will step up. Or forward. Because I'm going to step up anyway. Do you mind if I have a few words with her?
By all means.
He'll give you a sly little wink. What time of day is it?
at this point, I believe that it would be... I believe last session was left off at about 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So we're going to say that it's closer, not 6, it's closer to like 5:20.
Okay.
Because you guys did go shopping and things like that. So we're going to say 5:30.
Okay. Good evening, madam. We were, in the area looking for someone, and we've been going door to door, and we were hoping that you might be able to, if you're able to, and it's not an inconvenience, point us in the right direction or offer us, if maybe share anything you might know about this person.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm sorry, there was a bit of audio disturbance.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. A natural one?
Well,
Oh no, he's censoring himself.
what do I get for giving you information?
Saris will just kind of behind him clink 2 gold coins in her palm together. I think he was going to offer you this, Mom.
Oh, I don't know. If you're looking for information, that seems a bit light to me.
Does it now? 2 gold coins for a few words?
You could double it for a start. Otherwise, you can give me a persuasion check.
Oh, okay, here we go. Second that one.
Don't get my hopes up.
It was close.
It was close.
All right.
I hear Aaron holding his breath.
I guess 2 gold pieces is good enough for what I have got to say. All right, so she's going to quickly take the coins first.
Yeah, I
and
figured.
you're going to see her pocket it. What is it you're looking for, anyway?
I look over at
Yeah.
11. Can I just ask your questions?
He's going to step in now that we've initiated conversation. Sorry, we were looking for a half-ogre by the name of Gara. I was hoping to get in touch with her. We had prior business, and I was hoping she would be in the area, but she didn't give very good directions.
Oh, that's a half-ogre's name, Gar? That's her apartment over there. And she's going to point in the direction that you came from.
Serendipity.
I've never really had a problem with her. She's a bit of a noisy neighbor from time to time. I don't believe in a lot of things that they say about. And she's going to look fleetingly at Fennec. About, the other's like half goblin. Half ogre.
Goblinoids?
No, half ogres. They're as sweet as can be. At least she is, for the most part.
Well,
Though she does host a lot of monstrous immigrants.
Levin's eyebrow is gonna just perk up a little bit on that.
Okay, Fennec's brows are going to furrow a little bit at the mention of monstrous, if she's looking at him.
So, for a bit of lore about, and this would be more pertained to, I believe, Levin, who would have this common knowledge, that most ogres, half ogres, come from, or
Droam.
have been secluded to an area of Drome, which, for the audience, was once a part of Breland. Brelanders do consider it still a part of their nation, and they are consistently battling over it. Drome believes that they are their own nation. So you would now, those of you who are from the Breland cities, would have some knowledge, and you would have your own opinion whether or not Drome is a part of Breland. Sorry for that interruption. Just a bit of background information that's general.
Right. She did leave us in a bit of a lurch. Has she been around?
I haven't seen her for a bit. I mean, she was here last night. But I haven't seen her today.
Oh, bugger. Well... in case you were in the mood for gossip, there seems to be a bit of a crash on the platform.
Who was
We
it?
heard it. We heard an elf and a dwarf did it.
Now
I
for
just-
the dwarf, huh? Oh, that's interesting. Dwarf was probably drunk.
Most
Yeah.
likely.
Probably, but that's a bit stereotypical.
Oh, by the gods. Excuse me, I misremembered. I did actually see her, just for a minute. She was not more than 20 minutes ago. I just so happened to step out, and she was leaving her apartment. I'm sorry.
Levin's gonna sigh and just shrug. Oh, I guess we're going to have to wait outside then. Alright, it shouldn't take her too long. Thank you for your time.
Happy to oblige. Now, I have to clean up all this water that's spilled. And you're going to hear her mumbling about impromptu house guests or visitors as she's shutting the door.
Well, she was a peach.
Yes, fantastic. And as soon as Levin rounds the corner, he's just gonna quicken his pace and get to that dang door.
And
Try it.
with that, before we go any further, it's just about 9:30. We're going to just take a quick pause. And we're going to resume in about 5 minutes.
Alrighty, that's just long enough for me to go through.
There
Oh.
we go.
I
Yeah.
know what I was going to ask. I have a very small knife, like a pen knife that came with part of my starting equipment. Can I
Okay.
use that to try and jimmy the lock?
You can.
Why don't we try to see if the door is locked?
It's locked.
So, with that, we are back, and as we left off, we had Levin, who was making his way rather quickly once the old woman closed the door, after deliberately informing her that he was going to wait for Gara to come back. With that, Levin, you get back to the door, you see Ceres in front of it. What would you like to do?
Yeah, Ceres, you were the first one there.
First I'll check the door to see if it's locked.
You notice it is locked.
And then I will pull out like a small pen knife and use it as an improvised lockpick.
Alrighty. Now, does your character have proficiency with a lockpick set?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a give me the Thieves' Tools skill check.
Okay.
I believe it would be your dexterity plus your
Proficiency?
Yep.
Yes. Plus 2.
So I got a little tongue-tied there for a second.
A lot of peas.
17.
You are able to successfully. So as you're bending down there, you have the pen knife that you're using as leverage to try to pick through. You suddenly hear as the tumbler turns, and the door is now unlocked.
And then I will step to the side and sort of gesture to the door after you to Levin.
Levin,
Alrighty,
why don't you allow me?
Mac, give me a moment to at least check the corners. Fair?
Fair.
And Levin is going to open the door and just do a quick scan to just check the corners and check any potential... basically a quick scan of the room to see if there are any bodies.
As you take your quick scan, you notice the cabinets that hang on the north wall of this large room. It's hazy in the smell of tobacco. Near the east wall stands an overstuffed couch and a rectangular table turned on its side, which blocks a door on the south side. As you're doing your quick scan around the room, you see fluttering behind near the couch. You hear shifting. You feel as if you're not alone.
Alright, I'll gesture to Mech and put up 2 fingers.
We're going to consider this hostile, correct?
If you're whispering this,
Trying to.
overturned table, not trusting the situation. We're not here to kill them, but they're probably not peaceable.
How loud
Fair
are you
enough.
communicating?
Just trying to whisper.
Like, I'm literally pulling up to his, like, damn near his chest to whisper this.
Okay. Just checking.
I'll nudge through and weapon and shield. Come in fucking flank style, just come in through the door.
All right,
Shield up.
Go ahead and move yourself to where you would be, and go ahead and arrange your order of entrance.
Alright,
That was the first door, correct?
Yeah, and Levin would come. Levin would come in right after Mech, just as an extra set of eyes.
Yep.
Fennec will come in and kind of hit the corner.
All right. As you all enter, do me a favor and roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Oh, fuck. I'm out of spells.
Yep.
Oh, did I roll for everybody? Shit. Sorry.
No, I just rolled for myself.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Same.
All right. Who has a higher dexterity?
We have the same.
We have the same We have. I have a dex of
Sirs.
18.
I have a dex of 18.
Yeah.
Rollies.
Did that go through?
Rollies.
All right, I'll do rollies. All right.
I prefer my nat 20s on my attack rolls.
Same.
All right, Mech. What was your initiative?
It's not posting the Foundry for some odd reason. It was
That's
a
okay.
2.
Let me.
It was a 2.
2.
Yeah,
Ouch.
yeah. I rolled it twice, but the first one was a 2.
Matt, real quick, just
Yeah.
check on your browser for the Beyond 20 symbol.
Oh, you know what it was? I refreshed Foundry, and I didn't go through all that again. Okay.
All right.
Yep. That's probably the issue.
All right. So as you enter, you see. There we go.
We
Jumping
load up the
out-
combat track.
Yep. Jumping out from both behind the couch and behind the turned over table, you spot 6 Kenkus.
Jeez.
And with that, we get to start off.
Glad I put myself in a corner.
Nobody puts Fenric in the corner.
Fennec puts Fennec in a corner.
Yeah, just what he said. Nobody puts Fennec in a corner.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see which one is which. There we go. There's a lot of Kenkus here. Alright. You're going to notice that this first Kenku, you're going to hear the bowstring of a short bow be pulled back, and it is making an attack against Mech. Let's see. This is
19?
hits her.
19 just hits.
Yeah. Right. That's going to deal 9 points of damage.
Okay. Oof. I should be at 5 then.
Did it misdo the calculation?
No, I'm just saying because I'm keeping it in D&D.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, so this one here is going to make this one right here is going to make an attack against you as well, Mech. It is going to use a short bow.
Okay.
Ooh. As it goes to shoot, it's going to just misfire and end up kind of, you know how the bowstrings can hit your forearm?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what happens to this poor Kenku.
Ow.
Hey, the
That
first
hurts.
time I rolled so spectacularly, right?
No, I could tell. Yeah, that really hurts.
Now, Levin, you have officially entered the room, right?
Yes, I said I was following directly behind Mech.
Okay. This one is going to make a... Mech still directly in front. Alright, sorry, Mech. Short bow attack against Mech.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Fennec, you are now up.
Alright. Fennec is going to just target the closest one he can see down the other corner. And he's going to cast quickly, kind of like as he sees him, kind of just like a quick flick of the wrist, pointing at it, and cast Firebolt for a 23.
That's gonna hit.
It's going to be 5 fire damage.
Alright, and you were targeting this one here?
Yep.
Alright. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, with Levin and Mech there, he'll stay put. End of turn. Let me go do that. This. Enter.
Alright. My turn again. Alright, so this one here is going to take a shot at Levin.
Okay, meter beta 16.
Let's see. Nope. If only. Alright, next. This one here, it's going back to targeting Mech.
Nah. That shield just keeps coming up.
God, by the gods. Alright, well. I guess all my good rolls are gone.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, let's see if that's not premature yet. Short bow. Attacking Mech.
Now that'll hit.
Think so.
Ouch.
6 points of piercing.
6?
Yep.
Mech is down.
Well. With that, Cirrus, you're up. As you're standing outside in the doorway, you suddenly just see Mech fall to the floor. And in front of Levin, you're able to make out 3 Kenkus in front of you.
Traveler's tits. And she's... Can I... Do I have enough movement to get into that square?
You would be able to move through a friendly.
Okay.
It's enemies you wouldn't be able to move through. You just can't end your turn in that spot. Yeah, unfortunately, the walls won't let you just go through.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
Right. That's fine. But I would have used... So that would have been 15 feet of movement?
Yeah.
10. Yep.
And then I am going to cast Cure Wounds on Mech. So just like, get up, you stupid shiny fool. And he can have 7 hit points back.
Hey.
And Mech is back up. You're still
You
prone
seem-
till your
Yes.
turn, but
Yes.
at least back up.
And then
Prone's advantaged for you right now.
I'm looking around, and are all these people wielding bows?
Yes.
Why are you just standing here? And I am going to step up to this guy and draw a dagger.
Okay. Now, are you getting ready to utilize your favorite spell? Oh, that was crossbow bolt to the face. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, there is going to be some piercing damage to the face, but at the moment, I don't have a lot of options.
Alrighty. But with that, is there anything else you'd like to do with the remainder of your turn?
No. I think that'll be it.
Alrighty. Just go ahead and click the next turn button. Levin, what would you like to do?
The one that was attacked by Fennec, successful hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna focus fire on that one for now.
Alrighty.
Which one was that? This one?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So 22 to hit. Low, but 5 pierce.
Yep. It's not looking so good.
And bonus action, gonna do it again. For a 15.
That hits.
And that will be 8 points of piercing.
Where are you aiming as you take your shot?
Literally just catching him somewhere in the chest, because I'm aiming center mass or any extended limb that would just put him out.
As you take your shots, your grouping is pretty good. You catch him straight into the lungs. He kind of falls limp with both shots.
Alright. And that's action, bonus action. I'm gonna drop prone with my back against Mech, using him as cover. And that'll end my turn.
Alrighty. Mech, you're up.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry, let's go. Sorry, buddy. So like after Cyrus comes and just kind of touches him and he kind of wakes back and he's like, oh, appear to have gone offline. And as I kind of get up to one knee and like see that we are like outnumbered, I'm gonna cast a bonus action. I'm gonna cast Divine Favor, so I get to add a D4 of radiant damage to all my attacks.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't want to roll it. Well, okay, there's 4. All right, that's great. See the map, and yeah, I'm gonna take half my movement to get up, and I'm gonna charge at the very first guy. I'm
Mace?
gonna bash him. I'm just gonna fucking hammer right to the face.
Reach out and crunch face.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
13.
That is just going to hit.
Yay! That is 8 plus the 4, and it's 12 crunch damage.
Just call
Notice
it
with
punch
that-
damage.
With that one hit, you notice that he's looking very bloodied.
That's that. That'll end my turn.
Alrighty. Top of the order, you guys would have a minute to discuss. Mac, do me a favor and just hit the end turn button.
Yep. Sorry, I'm on the combat tracker. Boom.
Yep. Alrighty, so you have 1 minute.
I'm good.
I mean, yeah, if we just kind of just get up close to him.
Yeah, I mean, Fennec can probably finish off the one you're hitting now. He has a. I can get a spell slot back.
I might have to take a turn to lay some hands on me. I am still very, very hurt.
Should we try and focus fire them down, or if I can get a spell slot back, should I save it for like a silvery or?
Always focus fire.
Okay.
Yeah. If we don't worry about a threat, we don't have to worry about healing.
Okay.
Do we have
Alrighty.
no healing potions? Nope. Okay.
Nope. The minute is now up, and I get to start us off. So with that, my Kenku over here is going to take the first shot at Levin.
Disadvantaged, I'm prone.
All right. So that is going to miss. Alright. This one here is going to use its item interaction and is going to change for its short sword. It's going to run up to Mech. And it is going to attack Mech. Short sword attack.
Well, they definitely got the focus fire message.
And is going to miss. Fennec, you're up.
Okay. Seeing the focus fire on his best friend, you will actually start to see the scar across Fennec's face kind of start glowing purple as he taps into his font of magic and regains spell slot. I don't know. Actually, no. Sorcery points. Convert sorcery points. Yeah, that's all. So it is a bonus action. So he, as a bonus action on my turn, I can expend. Nope.
Yep,
I
that's
can
your
use.
font of magic.
Yep, I can use a sorcery point to gain an additional spell slot. So he gains one first level spell slot back.
Yep,
And
in exchange,
that-
I believe, for 2 sorcery points, which would leave you with an action and movement remaining.
Yep. So he will use that spell slot to aim for this. Matt, this is the one you were focusing, right? The south one.
The one right in front of me, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
They're all right. They're all right in front
Yeah,
of
I
you.
know. I know. Stupid. Yeah, I know. The one
Okay, so
underneath me.
that.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So then, with that spell slot back, he will cast his Chaos Bolt.
Which one are you talking about?
Southwest. Yep.
There you go. Alrighty.
There we go.
Just a heads up, he described this one as being seriously wounded after Mech hit him full on in the face.
Okay, so then maybe I'll go to the one to the
Well,
right.
I wasn't going to remind him about that because that's what the minute conversation starts for.
So I already made the decision, so I'll do that.
No, go ahead and change it. It's okay.
Nope, I'm not. I'm gonna stick with it. Oh. Hacks. What's the 19 to hit?
That's definitely gonna hit.
Oh, so close. That is 17 points of. Hold on, let me find out what kind of damage it is.
How do you do it?
Hold on. Oh, it's cold damage. All right. You as he regains his point, as he regains his spell, you just see this frosty mist and like kind of wafting around him as he just lets out this icy howl blast of cold energy, and as this like kind of mist dissipates, you just see the cold, frozen, like blue corpse of the Kenku just standing frozen in place.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope. I will go into my turn.
Now, right, my turn. So this one here is going to change to a short sword, and is going to attack Saris.
Mm-hmm. This not unexpected.
Does that hit?
Did they roll?
Dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Yes, that hits.
7 points piercing.
Yeah. She's not happy.
I could imagine not being very happy. And that's the end of that Kenku's turn. Alright, so this one here is going to change its weapon to a short sword and is going to attempt to stab at Mech.
So they're all dropping their bows on the floor, right?
No, just kind of putting them right back. They wouldn't be dropping it, it's just exchanging the weapons from where they would be. So into their quiver or wherever they would store it. Short sword. There we go, that's what I wanted.
How about the?
I stab at thee. Does a 23 hit?
Maybe. Let me check. Yeah.
Okay. Just figured I'd check. 8 points of piercing.
Yep, down again.
And you are going to notice that they look very excited as it's waving its arms around, caulking like a raven. Saris, you are up.
I draw my second dagger. Since I can't do anything about my bleeding condition at the moment, I am going to stab my dance partner with my dagger.
That hits.
Okay. And then, yeah, normal. 5 piercing damage, and then I am going to bonus action offhand stab him again.
Alrighty. Have at thee.
14 hit?
That hits. Its AC is 13.
Another 2 damage.
Alrighty, noted. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Just out of curiosity, how are they looking?
Bloodied.
Okay. Yep, this is going to be a very brutal war of hit point attrition between me and this Kenku unless someone kills him.
All right, and with that, if you're all set with your turn, go ahead and end that so Levin can begin his. Levin, what would you like to do?
Levin's going to stand up with half his move,
All right.
and he's going to shoot at the Kenku next to Ceres.
All right, go ahead and roll.
24 for 10 points of pierce.
Where are you aiming?
Literally just right in the open armpit as he's readying another strike against her.
Ceres, you notice that as you dealt your 2 strikes, the Kenku staggers back a little bit, his wing up, and right there you see a crossbow bolt shoot right through the armpit, and the Kenku falls down dead in front of you. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Levin?
Bonus action, I'm shooting at the one that just downed Mech. That's the upper one or the lower one?
Lower.
Up, yeah.
It's the lower one.
was,
Oh, then the one closest. They're both on top of him.
Yep. Yeah.
18. 7 points of pierce.
Now ready?
And dropping prone again. And that'll end my turn.
Sounds good. Mech, give me a death save. You did say you were downed, correct?
Yes.
If not, just roll a d20.
I can't do it from there. Okay. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. That is a 12.
You have 1 success.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
With that, top of the turn order, would you like to discuss?
I'm dead.
Well,
Yeah.
Fennec can
Minute.
convert. Fennec can convert 1 more point.
If Mech doesn't die by the time my turn comes around, I can get him up.
Well, then let's focus on making sure that nobody can take advantage of that.
Yep.
In for a penny, in for a pound at this point. I mean, we're in a closed box, not much else we can do.
Yep.
All right.
Super close fire.
Alrighty. If that's all you need to discuss, let's go ahead. It's my Kenku's turn first. And it's going to target Ceres with its short bow.
Ah! And I'm down.
I have to hit you first. Easy.
I feel like I'm going down. It says I'm at 0 hit points.
Are you?
I don't
If that's the case. Alright, so I believe the last I saw was you being at 5. So I'm going to put you back to 5. So yeah, so you are still at 5, you're okay.
Okay.
I am going to miss with a 10. So, yeah, that happened. Alright. This one here is going to attempt to stab at Mech. Oh, wait.
I mean, that just happens. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
was just
there,
remembering you're downed. So, no, this is actually, it's not even going to attack you. It's going to run up to attack, Levin.
Alright, he'll have advantage on the melee.
And I apologize, everybody, for the sound of the wonderful traffic in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, with that, Short sword. You said with advantage, right? Because you are.
I am
prone?
currently prone. 16 just hits.
All right. 8 points of piercing.
Noted.
And that is the end of my turn. That leaves us with Fennec. You are now up.
All right. Fennec will once again convert a sorcery point into a spell slot. And that will be his last one.
How many sorcery points do you have?
2.
Should be 2.
See,
You don't have enough.
it's 2 for a first level spell slot.
Is
Not
it?
level 3 yet.
It is.
Yeah, converting spell slots 2 points is a 1-for-1, but converting from is a different table.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he will not be doing that. I guess he will go for...
This is the one we've been damaging.
Okay, that one. He will kind of duck. Oop. He'll kind of move out of the way here. Get a little bit clearer shot, and he will do a good old-fashioned firebolt. Time. Firebolt standard attack. Roll. That is not going to a 10. Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit. Sorry about that.
So bonus action. He will. Is this open here? Oh no, that's a wall.
Yeah, no, you're in an apartment.
Yeah, no, because when I moved down, the dynamic lighting shifted like outward, so for a second.
You're probably next to a window.
Yeah. So that will be his turn. Can't really hide anywhere.
Yeah, hiding is really not available in this room.
Yep. Well, not with that attitude.
I mean, you could certainly try.
I am small, so I could technically hide behind somebody.
Hey, listen, I'm not the one hiding, so... But this Kenku is going to run up to you and attempt to stab you.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
You'll probably succeed.
I'm hoping. Nope, I
Oh
failed.
my! Just barely. That was awesome.
Well, that was very anticlimactic.
That was
All
great.
right, Ceres, you're up. What would you like to do?
Was muted. First of all, we can use the optional rules from Tasha's.
Yes.
Because in that case, I would like to use the optional feature to harness power to bonus action convert my channel divinity into a spell slot.
Allowable. Sounds good.
Great feature.
And so, goodbye, channel divinity. I never got to use you.
But you just did.
Next time.
And then, probably. Oh no, wrong one. There we go. I'm gonna move right over here, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Mac again. And I said, "Get up, you stupid bucket of bolts!"
And with that, how much HP does he get?
He gets. Where is it? There it is. Okay. 10.
10?
Yep, max healing.
Oh, man. Oh.
Wow. Nice.
Who keeps? Who's the one that stabbed me?
You're awake again, but you're still prone.
That's fine.
And that is probably going to cost me because I'm probably going to go down shortly. But
Cyrus,
she's
is
like,
there anything else?
that's everything.
Oh man, sorry. Finish what you were saying. I apologize for that.
Oh no, that's everything. My turn's over.
All right, Levin.
Standing up. And I'm gonna shoot this guy in the face.
Alrighty.
It's 10 will miss.
Yeah, 10's gonna miss.
But bonus action, same thing.
Alrighty.
And that'll be a nat 20
Yes, sir.
for 8 points of piercing.
Alright. How do you do it?
Literally, Mech is getting up. He's like, oh, who stabbed me? And I literally just rested my crossbow under this creature's chin and loosed.
You know what makes it better?
Well,
The loose.
let it fly. Alright. Bucket of bolts, you're up.
I will also.
Like,
Can I also
clank
mutter
around. What's up?
I was gonna mutter real quick. Try to take one alive.
I could do that. And I'm gonna get up one knee and use half my movement. I'm gonna get up and kind of just like back up into Saris. No, seeing I like there's just that one left. Oh, actually, there's two.
Yep, there's two left.
Mm-hmm. But one of them is near your boy.
And one of them's gonna shoot me in the back.
Which one do you go for? Choices, decisions. Make one.
He hit me.
Actually, believe it or not.
Oh, Boston. I'm going to give you inspiration.
Thank you.
Enjoy it. I think that's the first one I've given in this campaign.
You know what? Mech can actually do both.
Oh, can you now?
Mech, yes, I can. Try me. So Mech's gonna get up and look at Saris, kind of give you a nod, and you're just gonna see his eyes go red. And I'm gonna bash the one right fucking next to me in front of me.
Alright.
Question, divine favor, that's concentration?
That's a good question.
It is.
It is. So yeah, I don't have it.
Yeah.
It'd be the regular old damage. For fuck's sake. Alright, too eager on the swing. I got a nat 1.
So as you attempt to swing after being downed twice in this fight, you tend to swing a little bit high as if you saw doubles in that one instant. Anything else you wanted to do?
I thought there was 2. Why is there 3? Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, so do we need the minute or are you just going to smash your way through?
I'm gonna smash our way through.
We need to
Alrighty.
take one alive.
No, we don't. We're in the apartment.
We're engaged in.
My Kenku over here is going to attempt to shoot Saris in the back.
There we go. That hits.
I'm gonna burn a reaction.
Okay.
Roll your damage first. Any creature within 5 feet of me, if I'm carrying a shield, I can use my reaction to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus 2.
Alright, so go ahead and roll the d10 plus 2.
Told you I could do both.
You need to get at least a 4, or I go down.
He's just got to roll 2 or higher then.
I gotta roll 2 or higher.
May the ones be with you, sir.
That's a d10, right? Okay, that's a d10. 3, so 5.
Cool.
Alright, so 3 points of damage goes through.
Alright.
Alright, so that is the end of that one's turn. Fennec, you're up.
He is going to fire So this is the
Wait, can't you disengage?
I can.
I can.
Legitimate question. If I
Yeah.
were to move here, would that give my spell advantage?
No, the range.
Is it a ranged attack?
Yes.
Ranged attack with a creature that's hostile to you within 5 feet is at disadvantage.
Okay. So Fennec will bonus action disengage and move back up towards Levin. Kind of
Sounds good.
ducking and weaving. And he's going to firebolt again.
Okay. Sounds good. Give it a try. Go ahead and roll it out.
A 17.
17. That's going to hit.
Firebolt 1d10. That is going to be 6 points fire.
Ow. Nice hit.
Thank you.
That's my boy.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Fennec, my boy.
I think I did everything I can. And turn.
All right. Mech, this Kenku is going to try to take an attack against you.
Okay.
No, that's going to miss. All right.
Mhm.
It's worth a shot. All right, Cyrus. What are you going to do?
Scooping up my second dagger. I am going to step up to him and just mutter, "You're lucky I need you to talk." And go for a non-lethal double stab with my dagger. Okay. Oh, 12 missed, I imagine.
Yep, that missed.
And then offhand dagger, bonus action. 18?
That hits.
It's one non-lethal. Using the pommels of my daggers to, like, bludgeon him
This
around
one
the
is-
head.
This one is still looking relatively fresh, so
Yeah.
is
That's
there
my
anything
turn.
else you'd like to do?
I'm done.
All right. Go ahead and end your turn. Levin, take it away.
1 second, I have a phone call. I'll be real quick.
No worries. In fact, we're going to use this opportunity to take a quick little break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Alrighty.
Sound good? Sound good, everyone?
Yeah,
Yep.
why not?
All right. Catch everybody in a bit.
Huzzah!
Alrighty, so we are back. We are back. On the off, we had Levin, who took a nice shot towards the Kenku that attacked Fennec previously, downing him in one shot. As he went for his second shot at the one closest to Ceres, he did miss with a nat 1. That leaves us with, was there anything else you wanted to do with your turn?
Nope, ended my turn.
Alright, so I believe that leaves us with Mech next.
Alright, so I'm going to item interaction, put my weapon away, keep my shield out, and I'm going to try to grab this one.
Alrighty. Go ahead, and it's going to be a contested roll.
Mm-hmm. What do you want, strength athletics, or?
Yep, strength athletics versus a acrobatics here.
22.
Alright, let's see.
This one.
Well, as you go to grab this Kenku, he just manages to slip out of your grasp, leaving you only with a feather in your hand.
Still look at
With
Cyrus.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Go look at Cyrus. I'm going to shrug, and it's going to end my turn.
Alrighty. Is there anything you want to discuss for the next minute?
Yeah, just real quick. We're in the apartment. We don't need any of these people alive, technically.
We want to know why they're here.
Decent point.
Also, yeah, I mean, we were expecting a half ogre, and we found 6 angry Kenku instead,
Which
waiting to shoot us.
Kenku, not exactly fantastic with relaying information outside of literally what they just heard.
Still,
Fair.
Worth the shot. Well,
Oh, they're definitely worth a shot.
Phoenix in the background. So then I started blasting.
I'm taking these birds personal.
Alright, with that, using its item interaction, it's going to withdraw its, or unsheath its short sword and attempt to stab at Ceres.
it can try. But
It's certainly hoping to.
it wasted its nat 20 already.
Are you sure about that 5 minutes?
I'm gonna reduce that damage. Oh, come on. 7.
I was going down no matter what.
With that, it is the end of that Kenku's turn.
Well, I think we found this week's highlight.
7 damage drops you?
Yep, I'm unconscious.
I believe she was at like 6.
I was at 2.
So
Okay.
Yeah, even on a max roll, you were dropped.
Yep.
Fennec, you are up.
Okay. Well, he's going to. So, just a point of clarification. Inspiration gives advantage, right?
No, allows you to reroll.
Okay. So I'm going to. Fennec's going to start blasting.
Okay.
He's going to, regardless if they're taking this one alive, he's now seeing a lot. Oh, I have to target the token. Don't want to target Mech. He's not enough. Attack. Oh. That is a 16 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Normal damage. That's going to be 10 fire damage.
And how do you do it?
Yes. After Ceres goes down, almost as quick as a reaction. It's just going to be the same, like almost like a bowling throw. It just kind of like shovels up the fireball in a motion, like and just kind of like hits him right. The upward arc of the fire bolt will just kind of hit him under the chin for a final blow.
Alrighty. With that, you are now out of combat.
Mech will immediately go up to Ceres and Leonie. For 5 HP.
Yay! Same amount
Sarah,
of
you were
HP.
back up with... Yep, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, same amount of HP I started this fight with.
Alright. Levin's gonna turn around, close the door, and lock it.
Alrighty.
And then he's gonna take a moment and start gathering up whatever usable bolts he can.
You would be able to collect
Half.
yeah, half. I was just debating because I forgot they were using short bows for the moment. But yep.
Fennec is gonna search at least these immediate 3 bodies that he's near for anything.
All right. You would be able to find 5 gold pieces on each.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. He will put that right into his pocket.
Alrighty. And for the rest of you?
There is another door, correct?
Yes, at the south.
So Max immediately is just going to get up after healing Cyrus. They just move towards the door, kind of just step over this one, and kind of just get in a defensive stance and just do what you need to do. But we need to search this room as well.
We need to sweep and clear.
Should we do anything with the bodies in case someone comes looking?
Not this time. Too many
Okay.
bodies to move.
Just set the place on fire. It was kind of put a spark in his hand.
People live here.
These are attached apartments. You'd be endangering several people.
Possibly
Included.
families.
Now, Fennec is going to make the most. This comment will show Fennec's age and like his maturity. He's going to cock his head at Levin and then look to Sarah and go, "It was fine when she ran a ship through everything."
Difference between intent and a lack thereof.
Potato, potato. Let's go. And then as he's walking like over towards Mech, he'll look at Sarah. No offense.
That's alright. Find you when you sleep.
Apologies, he's a work in progress.
But Levin is going to have his crossbow on his side, and he's going to open the door to take a look.
Alrighty. As you open the door, is it just Levin who would be looking in immediately?
Probably right behind him again. We're doing the same thing like we did on the first door.
Alrighty. With that, you would see that Sergeant Vilroy is in the room. At first glance, she looks like she's standing. Excuse me. Sorry about that. She looks as if she's standing until you have a further glance. And you notice instead, she's being held up by a figure.
By a what?
By a figure. Those of you who are familiar with the Dusk clan would recognize that this does look to be the garb that they usually wear. You can't make out any of the features due to a hood being pulled over the face. The most distinct thing that you notice, though, is that there is a knife in her throat.
In her what?
In her throat.
In it?
As you
At it,
enter
at
the
it, or
room,
at it or in it.
in it,
Oh,
like it is protruding out of her throat, and blood is spurting over across the floor.
gotcha.
You just catch a slight glimpse of the figure before it vanishes, as if magically teleported away.
You said we got a small glimpse? What did we see?
You would just see that it was a humanoid chin. You can't make out any race besides that.
Levin's gonna turn and immediately call out to Mech. Mech, we have one down.
Noticing it being like right behind him, I'm gonna run over to Vilroy and try to lay hands on her.
And I'm gonna take a look around the room, because I don't know necessarily that's a teleport. That might simply be invisibility. So I'm taking the search action.
Okay. You're just searching for anything, or just searching for something that you can't see?
Physical signs of physical presence in the room that, if someone were to turn invisible and move.
Alright.
Like items being moved, or footprints being left, or dust being picked up.
Give me an investigation check.
I'm looking for clues, not trying to discern information from them.
Okay, so you're looking over the room. You're not. Okay, so give me a perception check.
Low roll, 9.
Alright. Even using your passive perception, you don't notice anybody else besides... You notice no other signs that somebody's in the room. Mech, as you attempt to lay on hands, you notice that it has no effect. Is there anything else you'd like to do while you're near her body?
Nothing else I can do. Just go look back at Levin and be like, it's not working.
I'm rushing forward and pulling a strip of cloth and applying pressure to the wound.
Alrighty. Give me a medicine check.
Uh, 16.
With a skilled hand, you are attempting, but it is too late. She is dead.
This is the first time you're going to hear this from Levin. He's just cursing in Elvish.
Good time to know what languages they speak. Mech understands you.
So
then, Mech, you would specifically understand this curse as, something akin to From the Void.
With that, what are the rest of you doing? So Saris and Fennec, what are you doing?
I watch as they go through their life-saving measures and sort of stop when they realize she's dead. It's like it just kind of looks like, does that mean we're not getting paid anymore?
Too soon.
The problem is now we have no one to vouch for us.
Fennec is trying with... You had said that the figure magically disappeared. Would Fennec recognize, or potentially recognize, or he will try to think of, or kind of see if he recognized what the figure used to get out of it?
I would say, are you going to use a spell slot to cast Detect Magic to see what magic was used in the room?
No. I was thinking something along the lines of something arcane,
I'm gonna say you weren't in the room, so you would, if there was a spell that was murmured, you wouldn't have been there to hear it.
Fair enough.
So there's not enough for you to go really on a leeway. If you want to run an Arcana check for what possible spells it could be, you can.
Okay, we can do that.
So with that, give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 10.
The one that comes to mind is teleport.
Okay.
With Levin still applying pressure to the wound, he has not done an assessment on the sergeant. He's going to call out, "Okay, everyone, toss the room. We need information."
With that, wherever Fennec is standing, if it looks like a bed, he will start ripping that apart.
Oh god, that's probably the worst thing in the world to probably tell him.
All right, everybody who's investigating around the room, give me an investigation check.
In this moment, Levin is not making it, but I can make it after they're done.
Okay.
15 on the investigation.
20.
I will search the other room.
Okay. So Saris, yours is a bit easier. With the room with the Kenkus, you would only be able to find the money that's on them. There's nothing really in that area. So you would be able to find 5 gold pieces on each one.
Didn't Fennec already find that?
You only investigated 3.
Oh, okay. So
you would have 3 remaining.
Okay, so I have 15 gold pieces.
Yep. As for you both in the room, you would have come across multiple things. One of them includes a receipt for a lightning rail ticket indicating the time, date, and that the destination is going to Rote. You would notice another document that contains a list of names and addresses of Warforged hired to work in the ruins of Sharn.
Alright, hold on. The lightning rail ticket and names of Warforged 2 or what?
Hired to work in the ruins of Old Sharn. So the ones you rescued.
An employee list.
Okay.
Upon further investigation of the ticket, you would notice that the departure date's today,
And the time?
within the hour.
Would we be able to make it there in time?
To the lightning rail? Yeah.
We're in the terminus. It's where it's departing from.
Oh, if we get the ticket, will they be there?
Then we should leave.
Was that a meta comment or in-game? Sorry.
Fennec said that out loud. Like if
Okay.
yeah, he's but wait, if we have the ticket, who's gonna be there? You can't go anywhere without.
Correction, you have a copy, you have a receipt of the ticket. With
Oh,
the information on
okay.
it. You don't have the
Okay.
ticket.
Got it. Okay.
Sorry, continue.
Apologies.
If we want any answers, it's about to leave.
And if it turns into a fight, we're all gonna die.
And we don't have time to take a rest.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Maybe we take a more tactical approach, or practical. Just see what we can find out and report.
There's no one to report to.
Well, then my idea is shit.
This just became personal.
We don't know who Vilroy has been in contact with in the Watch to be able to follow up on any of this, but we do need to inform somebody because she doesn't have much time. If they're to make attempts at helping her.
Maybe we can use the names of the Warforged on here that we... Would Fennec know that these were the ones in the mine? That they've already come across?
I would ask, did you guys introduce yourself to each Warforged you saved that night?
Not specifically.
So you might recognize one or two names, enough to infer, but
Okay.
You wouldn't know every name there.
Is
Okay.
Cole's name in it?
Cole was never worked for the mine, but you would be able to see Raz's name.
Right, her friend.
I wonder if this list is the ones that we saw down the line. Maybe now we can ask them the right questions.
But we don't have time if that ticket is soon.
Splitting up would not be a good idea.
Not at all.
I haven't been to Roach in a long time.
What?
2 years for me.
I think I know a way that we can bait whoever's behind this out. And as
Cliff?
Fennec said, he'll look at Saris.
Someone's running.
But
Right.
if whoever's at that train expects Vilroy to be dead, and Vilroy shows up, it'll spook him, and we can at least identify.
Into running. It's not a bad
Yeah.
idea, but we need to start moving now. And
Are
he makes
you
his way to
having-
the door.
I was going to ask, are you having this conversation before or after you finish going over the body? Because I believe you were investigating the body, correct?
No, I was still attempting to,
Okay.
keep pressure on the wound, but realizing there's no further response, Levin's gonna start moving.
As
Stay-
you enter, as you are looking over and taking a cursory glance, you notice that in her hand there's something glowing.
I look.
All right. With that, you would see. Let's see if I
Upon.
could just imagine now. Hold on. Uh-oh. Where is it? Sorry, technical difficulties. It would be a red crystal that is surrounded by dragons. Give me 1 second so I can pull up the image. This time I'm just going to post it into Discord.
Now
Those
this
that do not have access to our Discord, sorry. But hey, we're on Patreon. So that is what you would see, that it seemed to have been ripped off of the figure during a struggle.
Would I recognize this as Dusk iconography?
You would know that it is not Dosk iconography.
Alright. Levin will palm the crystal and make his way out.
Alrighty.
And
Yeah, palm,
for
palm.
any of you guys, he's not making an attempt at hiding it. It's just that it's not important instantly.
DM, this circle that's in the room, was that is that something that we've already looked at, or is that just a visual?
That's just a visual.
Okay. No further questions.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys would like to do in that room?
Investigated.
Any last minute role plays that you want to do?
As people are leaving the room, Fennec will go over to the body and do another once over.
Alright, give me a what do you mean by a once over?
like check the body again for anything, coins, maybe anything.
Child,
Gotcha.
don't. She deserves better than that. Don't do that.
But
So is anybody stopping her from looting the body?
I'll be stopping Fenric. Yes.
yeah,
Alrighty. Fenric, are you going to oblige?
he is reluctant to do it. Only because it's magic.
Alrighty. So, with that, I do believe this is a pretty good place to stop for the night. It is nearing that time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Interesting times.
Indeed.
Another high-speed chase.
We're not ready.
I know.
We are
It's
so
been a-
good.
It's
We're
been
so
such a long
tapped out.
day.
I like
Don't
it though.
worry.
High stakes.
Next week, you guys will have Yami to save you.
True.
I think he's out of spell slots too.
Yeah, he's tapped out too.
Well, it just makes it more entertaining for the viewers.
For them or for you?
Can I say yes?
Yeah.
Well,
Alrighty,
we lived.
everybody. Thank you
Live.
for watching. Yes, you lived, though some of you went down a couple of times, some of you more than others.
It's alright. I just turned off. Sometimes you just gotta like turn me off and on back on again.
You just froze there for a second.
That's all. It's needing to be rebooted.
Alrighty, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. If you're catching us on YouTube, thank you for supporting us. We're also, like I said, we're on Patreon now as well. Hopefully, then we can get a better tech guy than me. Everybody else, enjoy the rest of your nights, and we will catch you next week.
Good night.
Have a good night.